This is a segment I'm calling The Internet. It's only as good as what we feed it. We, as people, as persons, as nations, as societies, as world, 95% of the time feed the internet sex films. The young boy, little kid in me, if I was who I am now, but maybe 11 years young, 9 years young, would say, Mummies, daddies, uncles, aunties, bigger sisters, bigger brothers, you got some real problems and issues, and how much you show off and are proud, and all these crazy acts of bedroom activities. Thousands, millions, billions, trillions of times. So that the entire internet is made mostly of that. 95% of the content. And then it's like this velvet cupcake. The batter is all made of that. 95% of the internet. Personal computers, cell phones in particular. The content, what as soon as you plug in to an internet connection server thing, two clicks away, and there I am. I can be in above PG-13 rated films and stills and images. And I don't think safe search really helps very much. Not when you just leave the content and everything stay and stand as is. Uploading is constantly uploaded, these films. And it makes me sad to think, okay, maybe one out of every 10 people is a millionaire, they say. But maybe with the 80% of that 10, did they get that way by making pornographic films? And then from there, as people rest their eyes, are they dreaming in their restful states of unconsented, not asked for, date R-wording, R-raping type of films as they rest? I believe that that's the case. Normal, human type dreamscapes as a human being have been compromised. Normal human dreamscapes, when you rest your eyes, are usually of things like you paddling in a canoe, or you going up a hill on a hillside and finding a cabin or something, or maybe you're a bird and you're up in the sky flying, or you're swimming, or you're achieving something. You're winning a gold medal, or you're winning some sort of event in your normal human dreamscape. And if it's an act, a pornographic act of sex depiction, basically, as you rest your eyes, you in your everyday existence would never and not ever consent to it. You're walking up the street, I consent to unconsented ramming or being the rammer. Because the internet, as it stands, basically everybody would be walking around buck naked at all times if the internet translated to life, which it doesn't. And then maybe people wouldn't be so dirty talking or subtle about that. If the internet was totally cleaned up. It's only a PG-13 internet now. The internet I envision, true activism should be in this area, not letting the internet stay and stand as is, stopping uploading all uploadings for days and days, maybe weeks and months, putting a complete halt to all things that are uploading, so you can permanently delete or remove all of these files into tangible, physical forms, into physical, love type shops, Cupid's boutique, physical buildings. You go get that stuff. I'm not banning it, just moving it off online. If I had my way, and if my internet envisionment were true. And then maybe relationships wouldn't be so hard to people would be better judges of character. So the internet really, truly is only as good as what you feed it. And if 95% of the time or more you feed it X-rated films and stills and pictures, again, the little child-like person in me, the kid, if I'm looking at it from his perspective, mummies, daddies, uncles, aunties, grandparents, everybody that is involved in this, and making those films and going into predatorisms and allowing schoolgirl children to wear skirts instead of long skirts at certain Catholic schools. Why are you doing that? They should be long skirted, for one thing. There's a major real issue there, and if activism doesn't happen in that issue, you don't see it as an issue. The internet needs to be purged, cleansed. These files need to be permanently deleted and off. It affects the entire proxy. 95% of the internet, most of us have an idea. Yeah, it's these films, 2 clicks away and I could be in there. But don't you think for a second that it doesn't affect the so-called 5% icing level on top of the velvet cake? It's still touched by cyanide in a sense. The icing is not any good either. You still will be poisoned. You still will feel, you will get sickened. That's why I don't spend a lot of time online. Again, I do music. I'm a musician. Because the internet stays as it is and stands. 2 persons paid for by a pornographic filmmaker with shirts off, males, females, male and female, it doesn't matter, whatever combination it happens to be, generates more interest, more money, more importance than anything I've ever put out as a musician in 10 calendar years now. I put out a song, maybe it puts, I'm concerned about fake profiles, I'm concerned about pay-per-clicks, I don't sense true fanship here. True friendship the numbers would be staggering. They'd be like, this is excellent music. I'm really behind it. Sorry about that. So, that's that. Online, I am not always on. I don't trust the nature of something that's fed, of the way it's fed. The internet's fed in the wrong way. More than it's ever fed it in the right way. Hence why I shut off computer, shut off cell phone, even when I'm online. When I had my cell phone, it's off most of the time. Personal computer. I don't trust the nature of what's the content. Underneath what makes up the internet. 2 clicks away. Or anybody. Safe search. You don't address the issue. The 95% or more, 97 probably percent, more popular, more interest than anything, and a jilling and jacking off epidemic, essentially, to online depictions. Voyeurism gotten completely out of hand and completely off normal. How can you be manly or womanly if you're not wanting an actual physical partner? You're wanting voyeurisms. So, there we have that. The internet, only as good as what you